Good evening. Good evening. Hello, everyone. Welcome for the session. So we are very close to about ending our study session in just maybe a few more days. Let's see how much we can cover. So we are doing the book study of this book, The Secrets of Karma, and we are on page number 188. This book is written by Mr. B.J. Atri. Even if you don't have the book, it's okay because we'll be reading them line by line. But if you have the book, it's great. It's an amazing book to have and an amazing book to read. So if you have the book, you can follow with me. Otherwise, we can just keep on listening to the story. So today we are doing karma and motive. That's the name of our chapter, karma and motive. Page 188. Be concerned about the action and not about the fruit of the action. Said by Lord Krishna. भगवत गीता में बोला गया है ना, कर्म करो, फल की आशा मत करो. Right? So before we move on to the whatever is written out here, sometimes we misinterpret this line. We misinterpret it in this sense that Lord Krishna had said that you just do your karma, don't even think about the return. It's not so. ऐसा उन्होंने नहीं बोला. Lord Krishna, he was so practical. Have you seen Lord Krishna's actions, his teachings? He was always so practical. He never gave any only, dharmic gyan. He always gave gyan which is practically possible. How will you not expect return? If I'm working hard in an office, don't I expect a salary in return? If I'm working hard somewhere, don't I expect profits? Of course I will. But what he tried to say by this line is, according to my understanding, and also according to a lot of teachings that we have heard from Grandmaster, he say, whenever you do a karma, don't expect return from the same person for whom you have done that karma. Try to understand, there's a slight difference. I am generating good karma or I am doing karma. Say, I'll give random example, a housewife who is taking care of the family, loving the family, creating food for the family, taking care of people who are getting unwell, sick. That is my karma, my action towards my family. Don't expect return from the family itself. Then you are going to get hurt. You're going to have pain. You're going to have, disappointment if you don't get back that care, that love, that respect from the family. But the return will be given to you by Him, by God, by Lord Krishna, by the Lords of Karma. If you give love, love has to come back to you. If you give respect, respect has to come back to you. If you care for someone, care has to come back to you. But maybe not from the same person. Because a lot of karmic reaction, karmic balance, karmic hisab kitab is going on all across the world with n number of souls. So when you do a good karma, you of course expect return, but not from the same person. Return will be given to you by God, by Lord Krishna, by the Lords of Karma. Okay? तो इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि हम अच्छा कर्म करेंगे और उसका कोई रिटर्न हम एक्सपेक्ट नहीं करेंगे. ऐसा नहीं है. रिटर्न हमारे पास आएगा ही, पर शायद उस सेम पर्सन से ना आए. वो आएगा भगवान से, लॉर्ड्स ऑफ कर्मा से, हमारे खुद के भाग्य से. ओके? The motive behind your action is as important as the action itself. While the purity of motive enhances both the effect of the action and the reward that accrues from it, selfish motive diminishes both the effect of the action and the reward one gets from it. तो अगर आप किसी की सेवा कर रहे हो इस उम्मीद से ही कि हम सेवा करेंगे और हमें इसका कुछ एक अच्छा फल मिलेगा, कुछ प्रॉपर्टी मिलेगा, कुछ पैसे मिलेंगे, कुछ फेवर मिलेगा, तो आपका जो सेवा है उसका कर्म, अच्छे कर्म का वैल्यू कम हो जाएगा। लेकिन अगर हम सेवा करते हैं बिना किसी ख्वाहिश के, बिना किसी फायदे के, बिना किसी चीज को रिटर्न में मांगे हुए, तो उसका जो रिटर्न है, जो रिवॉर्ड है, जो वैल्यू है, वो मच मच बढ़ जाएगा। फॉर एग्जाम्पल, सपोज यू बिल्ड अ चैरिटेबल हॉस्पिटल, but the motive was to get a name for yourself more than the elevation of misery. While the law is obliged to reward you for your good, the mixed motive will limit the benefit or joy you derive from that reward. This is apparent in the lives of some successful people and celebrities having little joy in living despite having everything in abundance. They are karmically entitled to material comforts, name, and fame, but are not entitled to full happiness from their accomplishments. ये एक बहुत गहरी बात है. A very, very true, deep sentence. There are many people who might tell you, I am creating hospitals, I'm creating charitable funds, I'm starting an NGO, I'm working for this, I'm working for that. But there's something missing in my life. I'm not 100% happy. There are pains, there are problems, there are relationship issues. I personally know certain people who are doing great work in NGOs, but they themselves are going through breakups, divorces, relationship problems, health issues. The question is why? If service is supposed to heal your karma, then in spite of working for an NGO, why are you suffering so much? Maybe we need to see what motive is driving our service. Am I doing service just to show people that, see, I'm working for NGOs, I'm working in women's hospitals, I'm creating funds, I'm doing fundraising, I'm doing charity? Is this only for the sake of name and fame? फोटोज खींचना, फेसबुक में डालना, इंस्टाग्राम में डालना, न्यूज़पेपर में फोटोज छपवाना, क्या यही मेरा उद्देश्य है? अगर यही मेरा उद्देश्य है कि लोग जाने कि हम कितना बड़ा काम कर रहे हैं, तो फिर हमें रिटर्न तो मिलेगा। अच्छा कर्म किया है, रिटर्न तो आएगा ही आएगा। लेकिन उससे जो संतुष्टि होती थी, जो हैप्पीनेस आता था, जो फुलफिलमेंट का फीलिंग आता था, वो नहीं आएगा। बिकॉज द लॉज ऑफ कर्मा आर वेरी सिंपल. You have done something good, you will get back something good. But it will not be complete if your motive behind that something good is not genuine. मेरा पर्पस किसी की मदद करना, ठीक है, मदद भी तो हो ही रहा है, बट मेन पर्पस है नाम, ख्याति, फेम, फिर रिटर्न इतना अच्छा नहीं आएगा, फुलफिलिंग रिटर्न नहीं आएगा, हैप्पीनेस नहीं आएगा उससे. There will be problems in life which is going to take away the happiness. A small gift or help offered selflessly with love is superior to a most expensive gift or a charity rendered with a selfish motive. In the Bhagavad Purana, the episode of Sutama offering flattened rice to Krishna is a good example of this. Let's see what happened to Sudama and Krishna. Sudama was a poor boy who studied together with Lord Krishna in the hermitage of a sage. After their studies, Krishna went to Dwarka while Sudama led a simple life of a devotee. With little food to eat and no clothes to wear, one day, out of desperation, Sudama's wife pleaded with him to meet Krishna for some help. I will go and see him, Sudama said, purely for the sake of my love for him. All that they could find was a fist of pova, flattened rice, which Sudama bundled in a cloth to offer to Krishna. When Krishna saw Sudama, he ran to embrace him. Sudama hesitated to give the pova to Krishna. Now, the Lord of Dwarka and no longer his schoolmate. Krishna said, Sudama, the poorest gift given to me with pure love is dearer to me than the richest of gifts given without love and for rewards in return. Then he ate the pova with great joy. Back home, Sudama was astonished to see a big mansion standing in place of his small old hut. His wife and children were wearing new clothes and joyfully came to receive him. Sudama was overwhelmed and felt Krishna's love for him. You do not have to think about the reward of your good deeds, for it is inevitable. So let there be no selfish motive in your actions, as it degrades the quality of accrued good karma and diminishes the intended result of your benevolent actions. So, what does this story say? सुदामा और कृष्णा एक ही गुरु के पास पढ़ते थे, एक ही गुरुकुल जाते थे। लेकिन गुरुकुल खत्म होने के बाद कृष्णा द्वारका चले गए, वहां के राजा हो गए। एंड सुदामा फिर भी एक बहुत ही आम इंसान रह गए। इतनी गरीबी देखते हुए एक दिन सुदामा की पत्नी ने कहा कि कृष्णा तो आपके दोस्त है, आप उनसे जाके मदद क्यों नहीं मांगते? सुदामा ने कहा कि मैं कृष्णा के पास जाऊंगा तो जरूर, पर सिर्फ अपना, मेरे अंदर उसके लिए जो प्यार है उसके लिए जाऊंगा, कुछ मांगने नहीं जाऊंगा। एक छोटे से कपड़े में थोड़ा सा चिड़वा ले गए वो। कृष्णा ने उनको देखते ही गले लगा लिया एंड उनका चिड़वा लेके बड़े प्यार से खा लिया। और उनको भी ये पता था कि सुदामा के अंदर ये लिमिटेशन है, उनको खराब लग रहा है कि हम ये क्या छोटा सा गिफ्ट लेके आए हैं कृष्णा के लिए। तो इसलिए उन्होंने भी समझाया कि प्यार से दिया हुआ ये छोटा सा गिफ्ट, बिना प्यार के, बिना अच्छी भावनाओं के, स्वार्थ के लिए दिया गया करोड़ों के गिफ्ट से ज्यादा महंगा है मेरे लिए। जब सुदामा अपने घर लौटे तो उन्होंने देखा कि उनकी छोटी सी कुटिया की जगह एक बड़ा सा प्रसाद था, और उनकी पत्नी, उनके बच्चे नए कपड़े पहने हुए थे, बहुत खुश थे। सुदामा को भी समझ में आया कि कृष्णा के दिल में भी उनके लिए कितना प्यार। एंड दिस इज द सेम स्टोरी फॉर ऑल ऑफ अस। इफ वी हैव टू लव गॉड, if we have to give something to God, what can we give him? Give to the all having God. God has everything, right? He is the all giver. अब जिसके पास पूरे दुनिया का सब कुछ है, उन्हें हम क्या दे सकते हैं? सोच के देखिए। कभी कभी हमें लगता है कि हम डोनेशन करने जा रहे हैं, इतना छोटा अमाउंट है, डोनेट करके क्या ही फायदा होगा? So sometimes we feel that I am not being able to give sweets to the pujas during in the temples. Sometimes we feel that we want to give them a necklace, we want to give them a diamond. Many times I see these things, like the Durga Puja is coming up. So in Calcutta, you have a trend of having these huge, big pandals where the goddess is given crores and crores of rupees of jewelry. And then these jewelries, I don't know, I have no clue where these go. Millions and millions of dollars and a lot of money is spent on decorations, on decorating the idol, etc. And then ultimately you go and put it into the Ganges. But sometimes you need to ask yourself, does God really need it? Does God need your gehna? Does God need your Banarasi sari? What will he do with it? He has everything. All is created by him. Much rather, if we can spend that same amount of money in helping his children, in helping his creation, planting trees, helping the poor, feeding a person who doesn't have food to eat, if maybe we can do something like that, which might not be very, fashionable to look at, nobody might even come to know about it. Maybe not even your own family might be able to come to know that you are donating somewhere and how much you are donating and what good things you are doing. Maybe no one will come to know, but still, he will come to know. He, the one who has everything and who is the giver of everything. तो अगर कभी आपको ऐसा लगे, कभी ऐसा सोच के देखिएगा कि अगर भगवान हमें तो सब दे रहे हैं, हम रिटर्न में भगवान को क्या दे सकते हैं? मे बी सच्चा प्यार, मे बी उनसे बिना डरे उन्हें सच्चे दिल से प्यार कर सकते हैं। मे बी उन्हें हम सच बोल सकते हैं। मे बी हम उनसे पूछ सकते हैं कि बोलो कहाँ क्या काम करना है भाई, करवा लो हमसे। हम अपने आप को ऑफर कर रहे हैं एज योर चैनल ऑफ सर्विस, करवा लो हमसे. That is also, this is one of the reasons why I just love the twin heart meditation, because the twin heart starts by the line, make me an instrument of your peace. Make me. ये भी नहीं कि मैं आई एम एन इंस्ट्रूमेंट ऑफ योर पीस. वो बोलते हैं मेक मी एन इंस्ट्रूमेंट ऑफ योर पीस. इट इज सच अ स्वीट थिंग इफ यू कंसिडर कि मेरे अंदर इतना भी क्षमता नहीं है कि मैं खुद तुम्हारे लिए कुछ कर सकूं, तुम मुझसे करवा लो. It's such a big surrender. It's such a humble line. वरना कभी कभी हम, मतलब प्राइड भी आ सकता है कि हम भगवान का काम कर रहे हैं, हम भगवान के दूत हैं, हम लाइक आई एम एक्टिंग ऑन बिहाफ ऑफ गॉड, आई एम सेंडिंग गॉड्स एनर्जी टू पीपल. Sometimes it might bring pride into us. But this one line, God, make me an instrument of your peace. कि मेरे अंदर इतना भी क्षमता नहीं है. I don't even have so much of power that I can start serving you or on behalf of you. You make me serve. You make me an instrument. You are the Almighty. You are the All Powerful. You make me humble. You allow your energies to pass through me. Just sweet line. That is what Twin Heart starts with. That is what we say every single day. Imbibing humility within ourselves. That's also another reason why Twin Heart is really my favorite. So, for what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world but lose his soul? अपनी आत्मा को खो के अगर आपने पूरी दुनिया भी हासिल कर लिया तो फिर क्या ही हासिल किया. Some people do not give unless there is something for them to get in return, and this leads to spiritual stagnation. Moreover, using power and position to manipulate others for your selfish interest is intense bad karma. This is quite common among some politicians as well as missionaries engaged in religious conversion. Actually, there is no difference between them as both exploit the less fortunate and often complement each other in their endeavors. क्या बोल रहे हैं यहाँ पे कि अपने फायदे के लिए अपना पावर, अपना पोजीशन को मिस यूटिलाइज करना सबसे बड़ा इंटेंस बैड कर्मा है, बहुत बड़ा गुनाह है. और ऐसा हरकत बहुत सारे पॉलिटिशियंस, बहुत सारे धर्म के साथ जुड़े हुए संस्थाएं भी करती हैं, जो दूसरे लोगों का धर्म परिवर्तन कराते हैं. If you see, there's a beautiful picture given out here, a superb picture. For those who don't have the book, if you observe, this is a very, very nice picture. This is a man who is maybe poor and he is being asked to get converted. Now, God is seeing from above and saying that I made them born in this faith. मैंने ही किसी इंसान को क्रिश्चियन जन्म दिया है, तुम कौन हो उसे हिंदू बनाने वाले. मैंने किसी को मुस्लिम जन्म दिया है, तुम कौन हो उसे क्रिश्चियन बनाने वाले. मैंने अपने किसी बच्चे को हिंदू धर्म में पैदा किया है, तुम कौन हो उसे मुस्लिम बनाने वाले. So God is sighing and saying that I made them born in this faith. जब मैंने ही अपने एक बच्चे को इस धर्म में पैदा किया है, एक दूसरा धर्म का इंसान आके बोलता है, my God is going to love you more. That is what the human being is saying. There is a saint who's saying that my God is going to love you more. So it's my God and your God, different gods. मेरा भगवान और आपका भगवान. मेरा भगवान तुम्हें ज्यादा प्यार करेगा, तुम मेरे धर्म में आ जाओ. This is what a religious practitioner is trying to tell these poor people, the poor farmers, that my God is going to love you more. And God from above is, you know, he's upset. He's saying, oh my God, I have only given these persons, these farmers, birth in this religion. Why are you converting them? I am the same for all. God is the same for all. How can my God love you more and your God love you less? So this is a very nice picture in this. Do good for the sake of doing good and give for the sake of giving. Actions performed without attachment to the result alone will liberate you from the karmic chain of action and reaction. Actions performed without attachment. Remember, अटैचमेंट का मतलब यहाँ पे क्या है कि आप एक्सपेक्ट नहीं कर रहे हो रिटर्न में। मैं अपने बच्चों से प्यार कर रही हूँ, वो मुझे रिटर्न में प्यार दे या ना दे, रिस्पेक्ट दे या ना दे, मैं प्यार करती रहूंगी। I am serving my family, I am serving my spouse, I am serving my in-laws, whether they love me or not, whether they respect me or not, whether they take care of me or not, I will keep loving them. Unconditional. This is what is important. Without attachment to the result, will liberate you from the karmic chain of action and reaction. Because maybe your husband, your wife, your in laws, your children are not returning the love. They are not returning your favor. They are not returning your good action. They are not returning what help you're giving to them. But God is seeing everything. You will be returned, but not from that human being. You will be returned from God. आप खुद डिसाइड कर लो, आपको रिटर्न एक इंसान से चाहिए, लिमिटेड रिटर्न, या आपको भगवान से चाहिए, अनलिमिटेड रिटर्न. व्हाट डू यू वांट, यू डिसाइड. ओके. So moving on to our next chapter and the last chapter of the whole book. But this chapter is very big, so maybe we are going to do it in part by part. Uh, this is called The Path to Freedom, page number 192. So again, there's a nice, very funny picture out here. There's an elephant. There's a whole elephant out here, and there are blind men all across him. There's a blind man touching his tail. There's a blind man touching his ear. There's a blind man touching his trunk, and they are all trying to figure out what is this. They're all, touching the elephant here and there and trying to figure out what is this. 5 blind men were asked to describe an elephant. The man who held the trunk said, the elephant is like a snake. The one who held the leg said, the elephant is like a pillar. But the man who examined the ear protested, no, the elephant is like a hand fan. While the other at the back observed, the elephant is like a brick wall. Finally, the man who held the tail disagreed with all others and said, the elephant is like a rope. तो हर इंसान ने, हर अंधे इंसान ने जिस जगह को पकड़ा, किसी ने हाथी का सुर पकड़ा तो कहा अरे ये तो एक सांप की तरह है, किसी ने उसका पूंछ पकड़ा तो उन्होंने कहा ये तो एक रस्सी की तरह है. तो जिसे दिख नहीं रहा है, जो अंधे है, वो सब जगह पे टच कर करके सोच रहे अरे ये जगह तो ऐसी है. Okay? See the whole picture. What is it trying to show? See the whole picture. What you see or perceive could often be just a part of the reality, and sometimes even a distorted truth, and hence your actions based upon them could be wrong, even disastrous. You need to see the whole picture to know the truth and act wisely so that you do not incur karmic debt. बहुत बार हमारे पास एक दोस्त आता है और वो एक दूसरे दोस्त के खिलाफ कुछ बोलता है, इसने तो ये किया, उसने तो वो किया, इसने मुझे धोखा दिया, इसने गलत बोला, इसने तुम्हारे लिए भी गलत बोला. और हम उस एक दोस्त की बात सुन के भड़क जाते हैं, रुको अभी उस दूसरे दोस्त की खबर लेते हैं. हम पूरी पिक्चर देखते ही नहीं है, उस दूसरे दोस्त की बात सुनते ही नहीं है, कहीं से वेरीफाई ही नहीं करते हैं, और दोस्ती में आ जाती है दरार. So what is this picture, this whole thing trying to tell us? Look at the whole picture. Sometimes we get to very hasty decisions. Sometimes we believe things which we just hear. Sometimes we don't validate things. Sometimes we don't even meet all the people who are engaged into a story. We just meet one person, two person, and we try to take a decision. We create a thought form. We have a perception about things and people. That is not the right thing to do. If you continue to do this, perhaps you might end up having a lot of karmic debt. Your inability to see the whole picture often makes you react, entangling you in the cycle of action and reaction. Therefore, when a situation is challenging and compels you to react or get angry, you may take a moment and reflect upon the cause of the crisis. What could be the root cause of this issue? Is there a lesson to be learned? Are there hidden blessings? Do I need to transform my ways and act differently? Is that a signal for me to change the course of my life and move in another direction? This is seeing the whole picture. You will then have the power to transform the adversity advantage and bring positive changes in your life. जब भी हम एक चैलेंजिंग सिचुएशन में गिर जाएं, इससे पहले कि हम कुछ नेगेटिव सोचने लगे, इससे पहले कि हम कोई फैसला ले लें, हम रिएक्ट करें, हमें बहुत सारे सवाल खुद से पूछना चाहिए कि क्या ये फैसला मेरे हित में है? क्या इसमें कोई ऐसी चीज है जो मैं देख नहीं पा रहा हूँ? क्या इसमें मुझे किसी डिफरेंट तरीके से रिएक्ट करना चाहिए? कहीं ये मेरे लिए सबसे अच्छा तो नहीं? बहुत सारे सवाल हम पूछ सकते हैं, सोच सकते हैं रिएक्ट करने से पहले. ओके. Moreover, instead of getting disappointed or frustrated with your life, look at the past that has brought you to wherever you are and learn the lessons from them. Check and change your actions and sow the seeds to harvest the future you wish to have. Work on your karma diligently and pay your debts cheerfully with awareness. When you pay all your dues, there will be nothing left to make you suffer. इतनी अच्छी नोट है ना. आप अपने सारे ड्यूज पे कर दो तो आपके लिए कोई कुछ पे करने लायक बचेगा ही नहीं. Simple. So we stop there for the day and let's understand this last part again. What is it trying to tell you? Sometimes you need to take actions instead of reactions. So personally, whenever earlier I was not so, after I have made several mistakes, I've learned my lesson hard way. And then now, if I get a proposal, if somebody tells me something, Piyali, ye karna hai, I never say yes or no on the spot. Never. I always say, acha, okay, let's see. Always buy time. Always take time. You are never in a rush to say a yes or a no. Never. कभी कभी हम इवन कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स में उलझ जाते हैं. सामने वाला बंदा कुछ बोल रहा है, आपके साथ मैच नहीं कर रहा है, हम तुरंत बोलते हैं नहीं 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 नहीं, आप जो बोल रहे हो ना हम तो नहीं करेंगे, ये तो मैं ऐसा तो नहीं करती हूँ, ये बिल्कुल गलत है, ये है वो है. हम तुरंत से कॉन्फ्लिक्ट में आ जाते हैं. रादर सामने वाला कुछ बोल रहा है, ओके, सुन लीजिए, अपने अंदर उसको प्रोसेस कीजिए, ये कहाँ से आ रही है ये बातें, ये बंदा ऐसा क्यों बोल रहा है, व्हाट कुड बी राइट, व्हाट कुड बी रॉन्ग, क्या हम डिफरेंटली सोच सकते हैं, विल आई हैव अ प्रॉफिट इफ आई लिसन टू दिस पर्सन, कैन आई डू थिंग्स इन अ लिटिल डिफरेंट वे. So instead of instantly reacting, either saying yes or saying no, take time. Always buy time. Never say a yes or a no instantly. Nowadays, I often get saved by this. बहुत बार बहुत प्रॉफिटेबल ल्यूक्रेटिव ऑफर्स आते हैं, तब भी अपने आप को रोकना पड़ता है कि नहीं, तुरंत हाँ नहीं बोलेंगे. आई विल वेट, आई विल ऑब्जर्व, आई विल डू द प्रॉस, आई डू द कॉन्स. And especially if any one of you out here are level practitioners, you are actually supposed to do that under your level activity. So never say an instant yes, instant no. Never. Always take time. Look at the bigger picture, the whole picture. Who are the parties involved? If I say yes, what will be my advantages? What will be my disadvantages? If I say no, what will be my advantages? What will be my disadvantages? Which has more advantages? Okay, this is what is happening right now. What about 1 year later? Is something hidden inside this? Is the person trustworthy? How much fund is involved? How much time is involved? Can it affect my financial status? Can it affect my family status? There are so many things to think about. How can you ever say a yes and a no suddenly? So always try to look at the picture in a broader way. Only then will you be able to see the elephant in the room. Otherwise, you'll never be able to see the elephant in the room. You'll either see the pooch, or you'll see the trunk, or you'll see the leg, or you'll see the body, or you'll see the ear. But you'll not be able to see the whole elephant in the room until you look at the whole picture. Okay? So now this last chapter is going to give us the final tip. The whole book, we have understood what is good karma, we have understood what is bad karma, we understood the ways, means, methods, we understood past karma, present karma, future karma, we understood group karma, family karma, world karma, our obligations. We have done everything. Now, this last chapter is like the last tips. वो फाइनल टिप्स देते हैं ना एग्जाम के पहले, एग्जाम में बस घुसने से पहले लास्ट के टिप्स देते हैं ना, सीनियर्स देते हैं या पेरेंट्स देते हैं, अरे याद आया ये पॉइंटर याद रखना, इट्स समथिंग लाइक दैट. So these last tips are going to help us for our whole life to generate positive karma, reduce negative karma, be more aware. The last tricks and tips, basically. So that's the last part we will cover in the next few days, and hopefully we'll be covering this book before we take a small break before the Navaratris. So that's it for today. We will do the twin heart meditation. Are we ready? Hmm. Close your eyes gently. Together we will do the twin heart meditation and we will invoke. May this beautiful energy of the meditation heal us completely today. Heal our auras, heal our chakras, heal the incarnated soul. May also this beautiful energy of the meditation bless all our ancestors, all the souls who have left their physical body. May they all be blessed with the love, light, and power of this twin heart meditation. In full faith, so be it, so be it, so be it. We will also invoke, may the energy, the love, light, and power of the meditation help us look at the whole pictures in our life and take decisions with more awareness. In full faith, so be it.